welcome back to Nerdatory. I'm Aaron, a former Nerdatory person. Alum, yeah, if you really want me to say that. I actually graduated 3 months ago, and there's no reason for me to be here. And we're going to talk about a thing that I didn't even go to because my so-called friends over here didn't tell me that they were going to it, so I don't know. I had to buy tickets for it.
It was common knowledge.
Apparently common knowledge.
Okay, so every March, April, I don't know, around that time, during springtime, Penny Arcade, which is a video game webcomic, or
the original.
The original webcomic. Control-Alt-Delete was the original.
Oh, fine.
Whatever.
Control-Alt-Delete were kind
They
of
had this expo
originals.
where they invited a bunch of developers, indie developers, board game developers, all these game developers of all kinds to Boston, Boston, Australia, I don't know where they're going to start. A bunch of other places.
East, West,
And they're just having a big convention, and they just showcase what they're working on, and people come and spend a lot of money on swag and other things, and it's a big cash cow, and I love it.
What's it called?
It is called PAX, which stands for Penny Arcade Expo, and this certain one was called PAX East, which is in Boston, which is East Coast.
East Coast, Best Coast, by the way.
East Coast, Best Coast. And joining me on this PAX East adventure this year, I went last year. It was awesome. But then this year...
Also wasn't invited last year, just
let me tell you something.
saying.
Every time the tickets go on sale, around October, maybe early November, everybody buys them in like 5 minutes, especially the 3-day passes, so you have to be careful and you have to follow their Twitter and stuff. But every time I buy them, some random person comes out of the woodwork, maybe one that I haven't talked to in like 3 months, and goes, "Oh, you get pass?"
No, we haven't talked in 3 months at all. That's totally true.
But anyways, Brian accompanied me, and this year, it was awesome. And I hyperventilated a lot, and I almost had a seizure.
So what did you see there? What were kind of what was your favorite thing that you saw there?
Definitely Overwatch by Blizzard.
Right.
And yeah. Blizzard.
Yeah, I got to try out a couple of independent games on the Oculus with the Oculus Rift.
Ooh.
So that's pretty cool.
Wow.
Virtual reality.
I tried the Oculus Rift like 2 years ago at New York Comic Con, and it is a sight.
Oh really?
But the actual,
Because I'm talking about PAX.
the actual booth for the Oculus though was so ridiculously long that I didn't even attempt to get on. It was just wrapped around and.
Imagine just thousands of people everywhere, like rats, and they're all in this one confined space, and they all want to do what you want to do. So you're all doing all this stuff, and you're waiting forever. It's like waiting in Six Flags for the line for like Bizarro or Nitro, but it's just to try on the Oculus Rift headset for like 2 minutes, and it's so worth it. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's very much, PAX is very much like an amusement park. On the first day, I got like a pretzel, and a soda, and I just walked around like a kid in a candy store. Except it was better than a candy store because it was all free.
And that stuff was like $13.
You just get all the goodies.
Okay.
You get swag.
Big part of PAX though, you get swag. Swag is awesome. It's all over the place. They just give it up for free because they just want you to, swag. They just want you to buy their stuff, promote their items, and I bought the swag bag. And this bag actually, string backpack, is from Behemoth, which is the developer that made Castle Crashers, Battle Block Theater. Yeah.
What was the game they were exhibiting?
I don't know, Battle Block. I heard that they had Game 4 there, which is something I don't know. Game 4 is just the 4th game that they placeholder it. But, okay.
What's their third
So at the
game?
what? Third game? Battle Block Theater.
You brought that?
Yeah, I brought the swagger. Okay, so.
No, I didn't know you brought that.
At the Final Fantasy, the Square Enix booth, they had Final Fantasy for their MMO. They had Chocobo hats. Chocobo hat.
I want a chocobo hat.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to be a chocobo.
And at Overwatch, which is an FPS made by Blizzard, which is like Team Fortress 2, but it's made by Blizzard, so it'd probably be better in the long run. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I love
that.
I love Valve, but it's Blizzard. I waited 2.5 hours to play this game Overwatch, and it was awesome, and I would recommend it. And they gave sunglasses.
Are they for like was that like for a specific character, or is it just just the Overwatch?
Oh,
no, that's like the scout girl.
Okay. In the Final Fantasy booth, though, if you had to beat a boss named Shiva, and if you beat Shiva, you got an I beat Shiva. So you can go on the weekend and be like, I beat Shiva. What'd you do on the weekend? And
yeah, it's right here.
They had an Orcs Must Die booth, which they showed off their new, I don't want to call it an MMO.
He found this scarf on the floor and just took it.
Shut up.
It was just all trampled on and dirty.
I played the first Orcs Must Die.
Developers who made Orcs Must Die are making a new game, and it's a multiplayer one, and it's called Orcs Must Die Unchained, and if you played their demo after waiting like hours, you got a scarf. And I didn't find this on the floor, I found it near the floor, and I picked it up. And took it.
What does that mean? It's on the floor.
They had a Cardigans Humanity booth.
Wow.
If you went there, you got a balloon. It's a balloon.
Oh,
The cards,
This is a balloon.
100%
This is a balloon. He
The
assured
card-
me 100% that this was a balloon.
the Cards Against Humanity booth was great.
It's a
It was made
balloon.
out of-
It's like one of those long, thin balloons that you make.
Alright, calm down.
A picture will be provided, hopefully.
You make
will be
balloon
in
animals
space.
out of them, right?
People are blowing them up and beach balling it. It was actually really fun. Yeah. But
The
It's a
Cards
balloon
Against
idea.
Humanity booth was great. It was made out of cardboard, and
It was like the
They
like
would
right
do that.
behind it was the Overwatch booth, which was this elaborate suspension in midair. There's big.
Okay, so
things
what's
moving.
this right here that you got
These
here?
are the lanyards. When you first go to PAX, you get these lanyards, and
You
you
get the
usually
pins.
put your pass here. PAX pass.
Day
And
pass.
PAX is like the excuse to dress up like a lunatic and actually get away with it because you're just decked out in all this stuff, but nobody really
Oh
cares.
yeah. Who's
I
your
feel
favorite
so. It's like
cosplayer?
it's exactly
Name
like
one.
it's kind of like New York Comic Con.
Yeah, there's a lot of cosplayers too.
There's a lot. I was
Were
surprised
there-
at
so
how good
were
some
there,
of the cosplayers were.
yeah, people who like
I mean,
put,
some
like
of them were really scary and horrifying.
legitimate time.
I love
Like-
how wearing like everything.
I get these things and putting them on because I felt that was the appropriate thing
What other
to do
games
with
did
the
they
swag.
have there?
you
They
know?
had Smite, which is a game that's been out for maybe another
3
year or
years.
two. Yeah, and it's an it is a MOBA, but it's in third person. Check it out. It's been out for a few years.
They
It's
had
officially releasing.
They had an expansion for Guild Wars 2. Our friend sat on that line for like 5 hours. They're like, how'd the game go? It was like, meh.
Yeah,
It
sorry.
was this whole Saturday.
Are there? Is it just booths or are there like what's the word I'm looking for?
There's like 4 different things.
Presenters or
there's
panels.
There's
sorry,
also panels. I guess to brush up really before, you know, 'cause I don't know how long we have. But there's panels, people from developers like Rooster Teeth, Mega 64, do video game skits, which I love.
So the
And your
Angry
video game nerd, some developers like the Square Enix developers,
Gearbox.
Gearbox, which terrible panel. I
Yes.
don't care. And the president wasn't there. No swag was given. Wasted an hour of my life.
I slept
but
through it.
whatever. Big part of it after PAX though. They had after parties, and the after parties were awesome. Asus had an after party. Got in. You just drank a lot. They had go-go dancers. They had Blizzard's Heroes of the Storm on the side and a club, which was really weird. Saturday they had Gearbox was throwing the Borderlands Party Massacre, which this guy was giving out Borderlands passes for a party, and it was private, and it had an open bar and everything. I couldn't find him. And by the time I did, he was fresh out, and I almost died.
Oh.
Yeah, it was rough.
So it sounds like PAX East is really the event to go to in March and April.
You should
that
go.
kind of time.
It was.
You know what? Maybe next year, if I have friends who go, might want to tell me when stuff goes on sale. So
Maybe you could take the initiative yourself, you know? Find out when the dates are.
If you
follow
have a
on Twitter.
handheld too, bring your 3DS or any handheld because people just sitting, laying across the places, and they're just having their handhelds. They do the street pass, do a little puzzle swap. None of it makes any difference in your life. You accomplish nothing, but you feel pretty good when you finish a puzzle. And that's pretty cool.
So go to pennyarcade.com. I want to say it is.
Google Penny Arcade.
If you Google
Double
Penny
promotion.
Arcade, start reading their comics. They're very funny, all game related. Well, mostly game related. A lot of jokes and fun stuff. I read it. They update Monday, Wednesday, Friday. In the backlog's gonna be years and years of stuff, and you really see their art style change.
And if you can, go to PAX because it's like Comic-Con. Now imagine Comic-Con, right? But like amp that up by 10, and it's better.
There you go.
There you go.
See you next time, guys.
What? No, wait!
Bye.
Wait! I beat Shiva twice, and people were cheering. Adrenaline was pumping.
This is when like that character like breaks through like the black screen and like keeps talking.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Thanks
Bye.
for watching. Have a good time. Bye. And that's.